Good afternoon, Facebook friends. Between chores and other things, I've decided to break up the monotony by starting my own album reviews of records that I think are very underrated or maybe kind of ignored in major artists' catalog that you may not have known about or were unfamiliar with. So what you're hearing in the background there is an excerpt from Van Halen, Women and Children First. In the cover there, it's the third album. Came out in '80, right after the second one, 2 and 3, obviously. It's kind of passed over. You hear about 5150 and 1984 in the first album. But Women and Children First is very important with the band's development. There's a lot of stuff going on in this record. As you can hear in the background there's some kind of Delta blues influence by Eddie. There's all kinds of just piano. There's kind of the introductory to the keyboard, and I had just lately have seen some songs pop up. The song Everybody Wants Some is in this movie Zombieland, which was very funny, and it also contains, it's got the Van Halen lyrics that aren't quite maybe cerebral. Usually about getting laid on a Sunday night, but lots of great stuff on this one. They're still a very young band at the time, but you can still hear the quality of Dave's voice before it kind of went bad with the whole breakup. And but if you're not familiar with, and there's some bizarro stuff too. There's a kind of a speed metal type experiment with Lost of Control, and it's got Romeo Delight, which is probably one of their best songs I've ever done as far as time and key change. And then In the Cradle Will Rock, first keyboard Van Halen tune, which, by the way, this album here, the song Jump was written for this record 5 years previous to its release, and the band at the time refused to have it on there because they didn't think it was rock and roll enough, but obviously later it surfaced. So that's it for now. Van Halen, Women and Children First, for rock guitar fans. Check it out. I'm going to be back doing this with some of my favorites albums. Some really deep. We'll be looking at like The Who and Yes and Genesis and Queen and Aerosmith and U2. And obviously everyone out there that really knows who I am, Rush, so Doors, all kinds of stuff. So I hope you enjoy this. I'll be back. Oh, and if anyone has any suggestions on a record that they think is kind of ignored or underrated, let me know, and I'd be happy to listen to it if I haven't heard it and review it. And farewell from my obscure album reviews. I'll see you soon.